Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Admittedly Awful, and we are back with another Supreme Commander Forge Alliance game with the Loud mod. Got a multiplayer for you here today, and it's a 6-on-4, so that's 6 humans against 4 AI. And we are on the map Halcyon's Ante. New map being tested out by the Loud community, made by the aforementioned Halcyon, who also makes an appearance in this game. Do a quick run through of the players before we dive in any further. So all the way up here in the north is Civ Corp, all alone on this northern island. And then down here is Halcyon himself, with a wonderful seraphim and that what kind of blue would you call that? I don't know. Someone tell me what blue that is. Andromeda here with the bright lemon yellow. Love that. UEF. Myself out here in front was a bold choice to the team to put me out front, given my usual incompetence. Down here, light blue is Defenseless Child. He is behind, because he is so defenseless, allegedly, and putting Skilled, the skilled player out front, pink with Cybran. So, Skilled and myself on the front lines. We're doing kind of a little east-west here. Humans on the west side, AI on the east. AIs, what do we got here? We got Deathwoad, UEF, Shadowstorm, Cybran, Toefungus Aeon, and Sprouto, Law Mod creator. His AI is making an appearance in the game, also Cybran. If you are not familiar with the Law Mod, I'll give you a quick brief overview. So, Supreme Commander, the game, came out over 15 years ago. It was 20 at this point, 2008, and the Forged Alliance expansion a couple years after that, 2010, I believe. But the game is still alive and kicking because Gas-Powered Games, the studio creator of it, made a fantastic product. And there was a sequel, but it was more of a sequel in name only than an actual quality sequel for kind of the in-depth gameplay experience that Supreme Commander offers, and the scale and scope. But the game itself, the original, and its expansion Forged Alliance are kept alive many years later by a vibrant modding community. There are two types. There's Forged Alliance Forever, FAF, for people who kind of are into that sweaty PvP kind of mentality. And it doesn't really change too much from the base game. It's got some modifications, to make things streamlined a little better. But it's pretty similar to what you'd find in the base game. Not too many new units added. I mean, they have sub-mods you can add, but not too much. Loud, on the other hand, goes the complete opposite direction, and it is a PvE experience, so player versus the AI, and they have massively enhanced what the AI is able to do. It feels like a completely different game, and it feels probably what fighting against kind of not a full, AGI, artificial general intelligence, feels like, but sometimes, boy, does it feel close. It really stretches its legs, shows what a computer can do when it's actually able to effectively multitask and micro in the way that a computer should be able to do. And there's many other things that the Loud has done. I mean, it's a complete balance pass. There's no one best unit or experimental fits all. And frankly, even tier 1, 2, and 3 kind of all have their place and have been stretched out and expanded to the game. You're not just rushing to get experimentals at the 15-minute mark, and that's basically from there on out. The best experimentals. So wonderful balance that they've done over many years. It's just a fantastic product, and I can't recommend it enough. The link is down in the description if you want to join. And this game right here is actually from it's a community game every Friday and Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern, or whatever your time is. There's just open community games. Actually, there's some people playing with usually multiple games up at that time. So stop by, run the community. I'll probably be there, and if not, everyone else will happily invite you in. All skill levels are welcome, as will be seen by myself. So, early pressure trying to apply right here. Got some, just T1 units out, attacking this T2 mass extractor and some units. Yeah, just trying to keep him on the back foot as much as possible. He's already got Tech 2 gunships out, strafing my forward position right here. This map's very interesting. A lot of good reclaim here. You can see my engineers trying to get that, but I don't know if it's going to be worth it in the end with this Stinger just, basically wrecking my units out there. So, don't know if I'm actually benefiting from having those units out there getting that reclaim. Took out that mass extractor. Now what's going on up here? Looks like Skyhook coming in to drop something. Might just be a scout there. Yeah, scouting that northern island. The AI is amazing at dropping the hanger lines and Loud Mod, and definitely watch out for that. Down here in the south, looks like is any pressure being applied? No, so it looks like Defenseless and skilled are just forming got a T2 line already going right here at almost the 10-minute mark. Andromeda spamming out T1 spam, which will be most useful. Taking this nice mass right here, reclaim. Getting some on that. It's like tech rush coming from Halcyon on the left-hand side. He's already got T2 units out, a significant amount of them. And it's kind of already what we're seeing. So yeah, rear players going, kind of this tech rush right here, you know, get some better units out. I think we're playing against 1.14 as far as difficulty for the AI. It's a change in loud from the original game. You cheat, normal, hard, cheating. Loud is just, it's 1.0 is kind of your normal, and then you can scale it very granular to the level of whatever you want. There was an update a few months ago from the loud team that really revamped the AI and its difficulty. Before that, you'd play 1.2, 1.25 sometimes in team games. Now it's 1.14 is quite a challenge, and you really feel that challenge. So a little skirmishing going on over here, Andromeda myself pushing out, trying to take out some more of these, mass nodes, keep the AI off this hill. This hill ends up being a massive problem because you kind of see this little switchbacking thing right here. Is once he gets established up here and you've got these artillery, you basically just have to wander your way on up here, taking fire the whole way, trying to get on top of this hill. So that ends up being a bit of a problem. The central hill still held by Andromeda, which is fantastic. Kind of command of the center right here, and then there's this southern hill right here. You can see no one's really claimed yet. Looks like defense's got a very weak engineer on its way up there to just take those mass points at a minimum. Halcyon pushing through the center. Just, again, applying a little pressure. If you are not applying pressure to the AI early on, he will be applying pressure to you. Actually, see this already here. Multiple drops onto this northern island. Some taking this mass node up here, some drops right there. Taking up an air transport that back in here. But yeah, so the AI has already dropped right here on this northern island. Just being on the island does not save you from the AI bringing you pain. So down here, again, being aggressive, pushing back, because you let him push on you, it's a bad day. Halcyon holding the center points, defenseless building up. Central plateau also held. Just keep an eye on my units. First that little platoon there got a little weak, and now it's just a bunch of scouts who are close. So they're just hanging out, not doing too much. But I've stymied the assault for the moment. Halcyon got a little squad coming up here of T2 to support. Checking on the south, taking a little bit of pressure on what looks like it's about to be a lot of pressure from toe fungus, one from the AI. Advancing with multiple platoons. Strong platoon down here, strong platoon here in the center. And there is a Tech 3 engineer right there, so he's got that Tech 3 out at the 15-minute mark. Trying to get a Gunther online, his commander, but I don't know if that's going to be sufficient. T2 platoon coming from defenseless to support. His commander is taking fire already, and there's already some T2 units on that right there. Commander taking a lot of fire, firing back. Defenseless coming up to assist, but not much is going to stop this southern position from falling. Commander is in the yellow, going down towards half health, but defenseless platoon is up here to assist for the moment. Gunther, I don't know, Hades. That. This one was Gunther being built. Got it? It was the Hades the whole time. Right? That's right. It's very small. So, attack is thwarted, even though skilled went a little bit into the yellow. Looks like this T2 platoon from defenseless can come down and hopefully clear out that T1 platoon down there. AI is trying to take this plateau, or not this plateau, hill, that would be more the plateau. This hill right here. Halcyon pushing in, taking some more mass extractors, doing a little DPS, taking out some of these platoons. Got another strong T2 platoon up here in the north. Tempted to retake this hill right here, but alas, before it could be done, this gunships ended up being the bane of my life this match. Civ Corps cleared out this platoon over here, but again, another drop right in here in the back, so where he is not. That is just so painful when that transport just comes in there and he uses that mass extractor. I think that was a T2, if I'm not mistaken. Halcyon still driving, I'd say deep, not super deep, but driving a little bit here on the AI. He's got his other platoon actually up here. That one's driving a little deeper, right up here against the main base. Again, applying pressure to the AI, and that will force the AI. The AI is very responsive and reactive, so he's going to try and adapt his strategy, what he's building, what he's doing, to what the human is doing, right? And so here, this deep pressure that Halcyon's applying is going to force him to try to maybe focus a little more of his mass on building some static defenses around his base to prevent this kind of further intrusion. So we'll alleviate some of the pressure of the AI pushing against, us, at least insofar as we were able to. So did not take the hill, another platoon being reassembled right there to try and do it again. Halcyon's southern platoon is slowly getting whittled down to the veterancy right there. But over time, the weight of numbers, and looks like Halcyon did another drop up here of a T2 platoon to clear out folks on that hill. The AI. South is still holding for the moment. Oh, a little drop from behind there, but gunships coming in for defenses will clear those guys out. The rapid responsible right there. And does not appear, it's a mixed T2 platoon that, yeah. So this T2 platoon from defenseless is keeping skilled alive, and they're in the south while he tries to get the static defenses on. My platoon up here apparently was wrecked, mostly by these gunships. T3 gunships out now too. Defenseless's assault has fallen, unless he merges down here. He may merge those two platoons together, but they all actually be the same. Those guys are still going down as well. T2 platoon down here, taking a bit of a beating. Did clear out those structures that were up there, but still taking some fire and a pretty, not exactly an even match, but getting whittled down a little ways in the south there. Gunship is getting even more aggressive, pushing him all the way over towards the base. Some T1 anti-air up, but it's a T3 gunship, but we'll take it out, fortunately. Notice I never actually got this mass fully reclaimed here, so spent some units trying to defend, trying to do it, but didn't end up working. Looks like Civ Corp has managed to completely dominate his Northern Ireland. He's got some fighters going around right there, trying to block some of those transports. Halcyon still working down here with these few units. Got a couple of them left. This poor guy is getting blacked by the terrain, can't even see it. And these guys look like they are going to go down fairly soon. Yeah, static defense is coming online down here. T2 platoon from defenseless still holding out. And looks like this platoon from, taking fire from the air from tactical bomber. That's unfortunate on the gunship, yeah. AI is noticing that there's a shortage of anti-air on the human side and is taking full advantage of it. T3 strap on around as well. So at the 22-minute mark, AI has already got his T3 starting to make an appearance on the field. Looks like the central plateau that was held by Andromeda stuff was taken out there. Let's see. Another drop coming in deep here, looks like. Getting through, uses fighters kind of take some of those fighters off. And Continental is dropping. T2 platoon here should be able to be handled by Halcyon platoon. No drops yet on Northern Island. No other attempted assault. And again, this is just one thing. Once they get established on this hill, they're just trying to assault up. Now, it doesn't help that T1 still kind of trying to assault up here. But hopefully get some T2 coming online here for myself. At the 24-minute mark with the AI running T3 already, that's not super healthy. But strong platoon from Halcyon here to support, so thank heavens for that. Stinger gunship, again, causing all kinds of problem and havoc. Should have built more AA, definitely. Down here in the south, looks like holding for the moment, but the AI has once again, retaken this with land forces, and building some static defenses as well, T2 point defense coming up here. So AI has taken that hill in the south. Plateau, not really controlled by anyone. There's a T1 point defense and some units out there, but nothing too crazy. This assault on the hill has failed in the face of this T2 platoon and some static defenses. Halcyon moving up. Also, Halcyon as well suffering underneath. He's got some air-to-air, but again, T3 gunships, T2 gunships. Very painful indeed. But rallying to stop this assault from the T2 platoon from the AI coming down. Alright, just going south. Yep. AI building up a base on this, and this is rough, right? Getting this base established here, we get some T2 artillery, he'll just be dominating from the heights. This kind of salient right there. And that can cause a problem. AI attacking from both directions now. T2 platoon coming up here, but Andromeda and myself are able to handle that. Halcyon making an attempt on the hill, but suffering a similar fate. He's rallying some units to reinforce. See if that is sufficient. Looks like actually there's a lot of AA here. AI's got this maybe enough to actually cause a bit of a headache. Using this defeat of this platoon over here to be a little more aggressive, push in, maybe take out some massive trackers. Again, trying to keep the pressure on the AI instead of taking the pressure on ourselves. AI continuing to build his forward base up there. Yeah, no drops on the Northern Island at the moment, so that is holding out just fine. And then Halcyon's assault here, and again, yeah, stymied for the moment. I mean, he's still got some forces here, but what the AI has combined with the static defenses, it does not appear like it would be enough to break that Triad still at full health. And they're just going up piecemeal, and that's not the way you want to do it. Some of the stuff attacking this air staging, that's got that shield going, another shield trying to come online. And he's got sufficient number of T2 units up there. AI also now, again, trying to push through this southern gap, but a big airdrop in there from Halcyon. Or just marks those guys forward, I don't know. Yeah, I did drop back here, and again, causing all kinds of problems. Don't know what does that. Checking here on the south. Static defenses coming online, looking all right for now, though they will need to deal with this at some point, or potentially a major problem. And Halcyon still attempting to assault the hill up here. It looked like he managed to take out the point defense, that shield generator, and the air staging, but there's a lot in the air right there coming into engagement and preventing him from getting much farther. So the AI is holding the hill for now. My little assault down here has managed to take out that mass extractor. So again, try to keep the eye on the back foot. He's already getting 2 units out there, so gonna have to keep an eye on that. Halcyon's forces getting whittled down from the high ground, slowly but surely. Check out on the south, and this is what happens over here, right? So, see the AI, he's like, oh, I've got this huge breach right here in defenses, so I'm gonna go start dropping stuff somewhere else. I don't know what's exactly on there, but maybe coming to ground. Oh, Juggernaut, right? That's fun. And you drop, and yeah, you get another drop of the Northern Line right here. Doesn't appear to have done much yet. Some defenses in position still. Halcyon getting pushed back off the ridge. Getting these last units. Me pushing forward again, trying to apply pressure. Good defenses, good offense, right? What does some say? They're a historian in the history or in the comments I know. But able to take out that Hydra before being pushed off by this strong platoon of the AIs that are T3 shield generator out there. And we're starting to worry about this little push coming down here from north. So getting some T2 of my own out now here finally at the 30-minute mark. Definitely took long enough. Looks like defenses is going to try and clear off this hill down here in the south. Nobody holding the central plateau. So their defenses are holding just fine. Don't know whatever happened with that. Oh, no, the drop happened down here. Of course, we're not gunships coming in too cleared out though, so not too much area that will happen. Yeah, these guys not pushing forward here against the defense of Northern Island. Civ has put up a number of platoons to guard those max extractors. I do not know. Yeah, he's still trying to drop though, dropping right over here on these max extractors. This is quite the fight here on this little hillside over here. Not too much happening in the center at the moment. Ooh, Defenseless was able to pick up that mass extractor. I don't know where this drop's gonna happen right here on top of him. Might no way somewhere else. So may not have enough to fully into air in here. A couple of T2, yeah, probably not enough to actually do that. And yeah, so the drop would come right there. Not a ton in defense, but keep an eye on that. And finally able to push onto the hill here, mostly thanks to Halcyon's hard preparatory work. So Battle Platoon finally pushing up, AI pushing some units up. Battle Platoon coming in support, and Drama holding this location right here. No major push in the center quite yet. Yeah, this drop back here, looks like there's some units in defense to rally. I know he's also got the gunships going over here, so hopefully won't be too much of a long-term problem. Halcyon's really locked down this western island. It's kind of hard, really far in the back. They had to get to strong defenses up there, and just getting those 4 max extractors, which are in the process of being upgraded, really will help with keeping the fight alive. So another little push over here. Got some reinforcements from Halcyon. First platoon went down, but the second platoon is trying to push up. Yeah, trying to push onto this hill. Apply that pressure. Defense is still holding this. Fight still here in the south. Going back and forth. Hydrocarbons taking a little bit fire, but it looks like, yeah, defenses will hold that off just fine. So their planes are being held, but the AI is building a forward base right there. See how that develops. More drafts potentially coming in. No one has cleared off this base right here, and it's allowing the AI again to push in and come through this gap and attack these mass extractors. Experimental notification already coming out. Looks like we are finally, after much trial and torment clearing off this hill. But of course, the T3 gunships are there to just slowly burn through this platoon. So, temporary victory to be sure. And AI is like, oh well, if your forces are up here, I'll just push myself on right through. Always finding those gaps. Already got some units over here. Same way we rebuilt these mass extractors yet due to these constant drops. Civ has cleared off the drops on this island up here. Strong platoons in defense. You see that? And looks like here in the south, the last of those drops when we drop them right there. It's dervishes. So that's one of the things. Again, we talked about how Loud extends out the tier 1, 2, and 3 in this game. And one of the ways it does that is it has several submods incorporated, Total Mayhem, Black Ops, some stuff like that, that it has then taken and balanced with the rest of the units. So within each of the tiers, there is what you would call like a tier 1.5 or tier 2.5. So it's slightly stronger. It kind of provides a bridge, where it's not like I'm just saying there's this huge gap between the power of tier 2 and 3. There's some units that are able to kind of bridge that gap. And you actually see the same with the experimentals too. There's kind of like lower end experimentals going all the way up to some very high end, the base game experimentals. So again, it just makes for a much smoother gameplay and transition as you move between tiers. And looks like we have lost the hill once again. That hill is a fight, I'll tell you that. And gunship is there, just wailing on the beats again. And this is the problem right here, right? You lose the hill and you start just taking this long range fire from looks like AI is deciding he's going to push down through this gap right here with a mixed T2, T3 force. Southern Plain is still being held just fine, but again, this not having this hill right here, which he is building a large defense on, plenty of units, is just meaning that there are going to be constant drops just coming in right through this gap right here. And now instead of just defending this front right here, we're defending this much wider front. That's just one of those problems, right? And fortunately, fortunately, shield energy is going down. So those static defenses were compromised very quickly. Fortunately, there is a defenseless child in there to engage, but that could have been much worse. Andromeda pulling his forces off as he sees this potential threat coming from the center. AI, first experimental out from the humans right here at the almost 40-minute mark. AI's got a strong T3 platoon pushing up to engage, but man, that is a lot of trebuchet fire just coming in and smacking that T2 platoon of mine. They tried to do some work, but it just wasn't that sufficient. Gunships, engaging here in center. T3 push coming through. South, again, back to being held for the moment, but more drops appear to be coming in. Got drop the backfield right there, but Civ Corp still holding his island just fine for now. Fortunately, a well-timed drop again from Halcyon comes in and severely damages the T3 platoon that was pushing down, so it's stymieing the assault for the moment. They not really built up much beyond that, but well defended. And the battle lines are being drawn a little more firmly. Got plenty of static defenses up here in the south. And here's what we got here. Mad Bolo out. That is from Defenseless, so that will... This is one of those, what do you call like a light experimental, right? So a little lower end, but still 62,000 health and plenty of range, so you can see it there, clearing out some of these static defenses in that forward base. Good, that's just good. That will, put the AI hopefully on the back foot. And you can see push coming here, AI attempting to push onto the central plateau, but also pushing to the center, so Andromeda's kind of got to decide, and he rightfully decides he needs to defend his base right here, so keeps that platoon in tow, and unfortunately has to vacate the central plateau for commander for the AI pushing out. Fortunately up here, do have Halcyon to provide some support. Struggle busing still here at T2 to get these units out. We're finally getting some T3, that's still T3 factories, but still producing T2 just because there's been a constant slugfest up there. Keep an eye on what's going on down here. Mad Bolo is being counterattacked by a strong T3 platoon. He is in the yellow and having to fall back. Do not blame him for that. Just a lot of investment there, don't want to lose it. AI still holding that hill right there. Engagement from Andromeda. Again, smart move to bring those units back. Just building some static defenses online there to support. T2 mobile missile launchers, but it is good for a standoff. And AI is now pushing on the central plateau, which he is holding. Got static defenses up already. Sport Commander is probably a big part of that, and is advancing with the land units T2 platoon is suffering against those 2-3s. Civ Corp holding the Northern Island fine, though it looks like some amphibious stuff coming in to try to engage him there. Mad Bolo has fallen back in the face of this large T3 assault, and then a gunship on him. Not a lot of land units, mostly static defenses, looks like, for now. Defenseless keeping his units back because of these constant drops. They really need to clear out this right there. And a difficult situation up here in the north. The AI is pushing in very hard on my base right there, getting close to this mass extractor. Halcyon, though, again coming in with a well-timed drop of units to stymie that. Sport commander down here. Yeah, he's got units of units in the water trying to come ashore on Cyclops Island. So again, able to hold the line for the moment in the north. It's like the line being held in the south, static defenses online. Drummer's got a sizable platoon. And Blood asked out. Oh, where's that? Did that Bolo go down? Did I miss that? I see it right there. That is unfortunate. That looks like that platoon was able to both take out that Mad Bolo as well as one of the shield gunners down in the south. Stab defenses. But there is a Blood asked out, fortunately, and that will stem the tide because it's able to defeat the remainder of that platoon. Don't look any major drops happening in the moment. AI still focusing most of its efforts on the weakest link, which most of these games tends to be a little awkward. Seems to be a common thread there. I don't know how that happens. But, and a rampage actually coming out from the AI. Oh boy, this is one of those tense moments to be sure. Strong T3 platoon coming down. Low-end experimental in the assault. Fortunately, some shield winners, some static defenses. Decent mixed T2, T3 platoon right there. Andromeda pushing up to assist. So the rampage is falling back. That was a scary moment to be sure. South, again, back to being held for the moment, trying to get these static defenses back online, kind of skilled. And still holding this northern platoon, or plateau, southern plateau, southern plateau with a platoon moving in. There we go. How's it confusing for you? Trying to drop some units here, but Texas has a solid defensive platoon there. This push to the center has been avoided for now. And yeah, it's got that strong T3 push coming in. Trying to fight it with the T2 units. Still not. Am I using the T3? Yeah, so slowly getting some T3 production online. Or immediately awful. Very slow. We're at the 47-minute mark and barely getting T3s out. Fighting T3s for probably the last 10 minutes. It's one of the drops coming in here. Oh, I didn't see it right here. Drop up there. And a support commander, so got some AA to engage, trying to keep these gunships off. And another drop, so even though there's a strong defense up here, AI is like, no, I'm still gonna try and make an effort. And yeah, we're in a pickle at the moment. There's a strong T3 platoon coming off here. This is one of those moments where it's like, almost nothing in defense right here. I mean, some units to the south of this, but definitely need to be on the north side because these shields are just getting wailed on by multiple trebuchets, missile launchers. Have some, tactical missile defenses like that right there. Ouch. Shields are down. It's touch and go. Just keep an eye on the south right here. This platoon is pushing down. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Very tense. Just sallying forward to counterattack to try and give some respite for a moment so the shield just can come back online, but it is troublesome. Halcyon's moving up to try and do it. Just sacrificing these units again. Shoot at them instead of the shields. The shields can only be charged for just a second and keep, because there's T3 mass extractors, T4 mass extractors in here. Losing those would be very critical. Halcyon pushing up to try and engage. Keep an eye on this big push down here on the south. Blood Asp is doing work for the moment. Good micro right there. Keeping just out of range of the majority of the units. Some of this fire is going on to these defensive positions, which are taking fire. That ship's back. Some strong T3 point defenses right there, so Blood Asp in the yellow though. AI is thinking, nope, he's still going to try to push. Didn't work, but that Blood Asp is, and defenses is coming up to rally to support. Keep an eye on the northern fight right here. Another well-timed drop from Halcyon, as well as his units pushing up here, because those units pushing up from the south have taken a lot of fire, but fresh platoon has been dropped, but not before. Oh, and the AI dropped back over here too. Not before I lost my T4 Hydra, which ended up being a large problem because I had to turn off the Omni sensor. Because I was having power issues trying to keep the shield online, and once this went down. Which ended up being a real problem because we have multiple Cybern up here, and without that Omni, that stealth makes it very difficult to see. So that was just, yeah. Which is one of those things that AI is very smart. Oh, Omni, take out the power. Omni down, more problems. Yeah, you just see the power cycling here. I lost one of the shields just because it's so rough. But it looks like, again, enough units to hopefully stem the tide. There's not an immediate reinforcement coming up. Not much coming through center. Those strong static defenses are doing what they need to do. It's Rampage and the South and Mayhem out now too. Oh God. Rampage is actually pushing up onto Platoon with a little bit of tactical missile support from the Mayhem, and that is just what is needed to be done. Is clear out this stuff right here and just be able to focus on this defense right there. Another push coming up right here. Gunships back out. Cleared out this northern push, thank God. Civ Corp still trying to fight. Got a little drop from Halcyon there in support, trying to clear this little foothold that the AI is taking on the island. Drop right there from AI. I don't know if they come up with the sound here, I don't think so. And the Bloodbath is doing work, looks like. All goes well, he should be able to decimate that base. And yeah, AI again. Oh, wasn't winning in the north, well, I was going to push really hard from the south. And it is just touch and go here to be sure. Rebuilt that shield generator. Omni is back online, like heavens, and of course, yeah, broadswords back in. The amount of gunships the AI was putting on this game, so we realized we didn't have the air coverage, and he took full advantage of it. Some artillery seen up there. And unfortunately, I have some T3 for myself, but there's just a lot of T3. These are high-end T3s, like Juggernaut to like T3.5s. They're no joke. Halcyon moving this Platoon down here to support as my T3s are getting whittled down. AI trying to do the drop back here. Looks like back here south. Drop right here, even though they Mayhem will be able to handle that, no problem. This Bloodbath has managed to clear out everything that was up there, which is great. AI trying to do an aggressive drop right here. Tried to break it through, didn't make it. AA took those units down. Yeah. So enough AA to stop it in the drops. This Mayhem will really help stem the tide. But this is still in the north. Attacking the weakest link is where the fight is shaping up. Andromeda getting some defenses online. A little forward fire base right there is most helpful. Halcyon bringing these units down, and we're able to, at least for the moment, stop that aggressive push into the main part of my base. AI is doing a drop right in the front yard of Civ Corp. So many of these, some of those transports were not making it through the AA. And I don't know if that'll be enough units. Well, a mix of two units. Yeah, it's a little too much DPS. So I don't think enough units made it through on that drop. But again, part of the AI for trying to make the drop happen. He knows where to apply the pressure. So push coming down here, but strong T3 defenses. There's a Bloodbath, there's a Mayhem over here. Does not appear that that will get through. The situation is stabilized at the moment. Halcyon trying to retake this central plateau, because it's things like anyway, right? Lose the central plateau, start having drops all behind. So pushing up, but AI is defending and holding it well. Civ Corp has held off this Alpine Island, they cleared off this foothold. Back here in the south, Bloodbath on the offense, clearing out this artillery platoon that is wheeling on shields. You see right there, guys, they're taking a lot of fire. Defenseless pushing up with some units of support. AI is still trying to drop back here. Some AA, not a lot of ground defenses. Mayhem may come back, or gunships may need to rally over there to deal with that. AI is still attacking very aggressively. Plenty of mobile missile launchers with spearheads. A lot of fire. T2 platoon there from Andromeda trying to assist. In the south, they have defeated that assault. Bloodbath coming to deal with this little drop right there. So south is getting things under control. North is holding for the moment. We see here, yeah, still attacking. Definitely clear out these mobile missile launchers that are causing all kinds of problems. Looks like another drop trying to come in here onto Silvercorp Island, and a drop back here into the backfield of Halcyon. Yeah, it's just all over the place. It is. Oh, he's going to come all the way up here and try and get the drop. Well, he's dropping on a platoon. I don't know how long that's going to go. And we are still taking a ton of fire down here. Andromeda's platoon, unfortunately, damage heavily. Halcyon's platoon going down. Shield's taking a ton of fire. Shield's almost down. Unfortunately, shield covering it right there. Overlapping shield coverage. Look at it now. Fire chain. This stuff needs to be cleaned out ASAP. Not a lot of direct fire units though, so if we can get in there and deal with that, that would be ideal. South again, still stable for the moment. Experimental's coming online. Doesn't look like too many experimentals pushing down south. Gunships over the base. Static AA will be able to deal with that, so we'll tweak this one as parts. Looks like this drop up here actually was successful for the moment, but gunships came in and are able to deal with the remainder. Another drop coming in right here, right on top of this wonderfully rebuilt hydro. Again, just constantly going for the hydro, and this is, I think, once again going to knock off the armor sensor. So once I do that, got one T3 power, trying to get another T3 online. Cleared out some of those mobile missile launchers, so some alleviation of the long-range fire, but there's still a lot of T3 artillery down here. Andromeda pushing up with the platoon hopefully will help. Down in the south, the experimentals have cleared quite a swathe. Halcyon's got Commander trying to get some stuff online over here, but AI again still trying to retake this platoon or plateau with a squad. Commander gonna be able to handle it fine now. Halcyon draws him, finding the situation untenable. AI still wailing on these shields, which are holding for the moment. Trying to get another shield gunner online. Looks like we actually lost one of the shield gunners. I was trying to get that one back online. This platoon taking a lot of long-range fire. No push through the center since that original push, so that's good news. Experimentals just patrolling back and forth, keeping anything from breaking through. Gunships right into the teeth of some T3A. That's not what we want to do. T3 push here from the AI. We're at the 1 hour mark, and the game is afoot. It has been touch and go. Halcyon trying to push up onto the plateau yet again. Just taking a lot of long range fire. T3 platoon trying to push towards the base. AI is sort of retaking this hill, but hasn't done too much with it yet. The Mayhem pushing up though, so we should be able to get around that problem. Forward base was defeated. Another Mayhem. 2 Mayhems online, that will be it's a high-end UEF experimental, so should stabilize things. Experimental Yathus, can't pronounce Seraphim names. Good luck with that. Rarely speak English. Ask me to speak Seraphim. Light assault tank experimental out from Halcyon here with this platoon that he's just dropped in support. So that should be sufficient to deal with that. It's T3 platoon, but this assault on the central plateau failed once more. And there's some strong defenses going on right there. Commander pushing up, see if he tries to do anything. Yeah. So let's put up a line of AA here to kind of stop these drops. Sometimes it's just what you have to do, right? Just tell the AI, like, no, I do not want anything coming through here anymore. But see if you can drop on the hill, or you can try and drop on. We'll find out in a second. Drop him on the hill. So AI is like, alright, let's try and retake this hill. Northern defenses are holding. At a minimum, well, the artillery starting back up. I was saying the artillery fire got reduced for moments. Northern Island's holding still just fine. The South is now on the offense. Storm Strider out as well to support the Blood Asp and 2 Mayhems, which are now trying to reverse Uno card and apply pressure to the AI's base. Make him feel a little bit. Halcyon assaulting in the north with his assault tank, which is plenty of good work there. Out. And still trying to get power situation on here. Omni's back on for the moment, my god. Civ Corp's Island's holding just fine. Looks like no major drops in the backfield. Sufficient anti-air and general air coverage all in line to stop that. And does not have a lot of stuff here on the central plateau, so well-timed push could handle that just fine. Halcyon still looks like, yeah, he's gonna make a sally on this hill right there. Charge of the light brigade, the light assault tank brigade. Looks like these experimentals falling back just for a moment to clear this stuff out here on the hill. It's a strong forward fire base too, so it may have been one of those things where it was like, oh, fire healthier. Yeah, that may have done half health. This one took some damage. Blood asps taking fire. So yeah, there's heavy defense the AI has assembled there. So even with, be careful about blood asp. These experimentals, yeah, there's Neil with point defense right there. Even with some experimentals, it can be very difficult to push through a strong static defense. Halcyon's assault ongoing. AI drops right behind him. Always fun. Stuff up here on the hill, some loyalists pushing down. It's gonna be bloody. Andromeda's assaulting. Potentially, yeah, looks like pushing forward an assault on the central plateau. Hopefully we can take that. Experimentals, yes, have fallen back. That blood out's gotten to the red. Halcyon dropped also on that southern hill to deny it to the enemy. Andromeda's assault right here. Halcyon's northern hill assault is taking a lot of fire. That light assault tank is going down and is down. Strong T3 platoon. That's, yeah, that hill is hard to take, I swear. Central Plateau, a little bit easier geography-wise. Actually, technically should be the advantage of the humans with the cliff on this side right here, but still difficult to take. Humans pushing out again. Got a Monkey Lord now as well. They're experimentals. And a lot of long-range fires. This barrage is a boomer, I think. I think there's T3 barrage artillery. There's strong forward fire base right there. And a strong T3 platoon as well. Monkey Lord doing his thing. Monkey Lord's more of a raider, so you want to, like, you can't just charge him straight in and die really fast. Not talking about 46,000, but he moves fast, so if you can just keep skirting along the flanks of a formation with that microwave laser. Yeah, so you can get in here really fast. Look how fast that health drops. Oh man, oh yeah, he's going. Yeah, I think he's going down. Yeah. So that is one of those things where, yeah, experimental is not the be all end all, right? It's you charge into a strong TP platoon, you're gonna feel some pain. Storm Strider also going down. Oh, that's static defenses. Mayhems will have to be a little bit careful here. Blood asps back in yellow. Yeah, just kiting away a little bit and whittling down that TP platoon. But the cost of Storm Strider and a Monkey Lord. Shield's taking on fire from what's in those Gunthers. Gunther, you know. So AI has defeated Halcyon's northern push. Central Plateau is still held by AI, but I would say weakly. Andromeda building a force there. Southern Hill is held by Halcyon. Got a Sport Commander there trying to get some static defenses up most likely. Again, seems like you're in a strong position down here in the south, right? You've got all these experimentals, but against a well dug in AI defensive position, that is a lot. Yeah, that Mayhem is just taking a ton of fire, dropping deep into the yellow, about to be in the red, and you just gotta fall back because that is. And low, a couple of current Colossus online there. Also got a strong platoon and a drop right here behind the experimentals, but it looks like that side defense will be more than sufficient to deal with it. Yeah, he's always quite cheeky with his actions. And he dropped over here too, see, look at this. So it's like, oh, I'm not gonna charge straight into the teeth of your defenses. I'm gonna drop right here where there's nothing. So we're gonna lose, but there are some defenses actually right there. I'm gonna see where that fight. Check that out in a second. And looks like humans are assaulting onto the central plateau. Monkey Lord out to do some work. That will definitely help. Clearing out those units right there. T3 platoon also on the attack. Mayhems are skirmishing still. That's all you really can do. Blood asps back to mid health. But it's a strong defensive line AI has put up. Also got experimentals of his own. In the north, though, the humans have retaken the central plateau. That is good. Halcyon throwing up some static defenses here on this, so Getting some map control back here in the center. That salience that was caused by both results was definitely a problem. Another Mayhem online, and 4 Mayhems here. Will be needed though to break that strong defensive line. Yeah, I think it's settled right here. Yeah, still attempting to attack through this northern passage though, holding this northern hill. Strong T3 platoon, T3 platoon coming up to engage. Strong static defenses also there, built by Andromeda, T3 defenses. And trying to get this hydrocarbon back online. That was fun. Right on the south, so something exciting going on. Monkey Lord in the north. T3 platoon pushing a little ways. Yeah, it's going to go very aggressive. Monkey Lord, yeah, doing a little skirmishing. You're knocking back foot. You're trying to use the choke point there. Narrow the battlefield if at all possible. Halcyon, strong platoon there, small squad there, strong platoon there, holding the center. It's fine. These guys are pushing up, using those Mayhem long-range attack missile barrages. Those will, again, applying out of that. Applying some pressure to the shields over here. It's good. I don't know if the order defense there. And Monkey Lord having to push up here to engage. Yes, lost their own T3 platoon, basically traded platoons. Another T3 platoon coming up, but Monkey Lord is there to alleviate it. Andromeda pushing into this gap right there. The experimental point defense right there. That's nice. It's like a megalith canyon, but in point defense form. Very dangerous. Monkey Lord dropping into 50% health. Yeah, we'll have to be a little more cautious. We saw how fast that Monkey Lord in the south died earlier. Nice Mayhem, yeah, just spreading long range fire support, those attack missile barrages, and that's the way to do it, right? You know, just overwhelming fire support, long range is chunking that. Like he's gonna go down on this next barrage right there. So yeah, slowly sieging down this fire base right here, and that really strong fire base. You can see that there, just 4 high-end experimentals sieging it to slowly whittle it down. And up here, yeah, stymieing this assault again. He's trying to find those gaps, chinks in the armor, and push through it. And drop stuff still in the backfield. It's like Southern Hill, plenty of air defenses coming online right there, so gonna stop any drops there. Central Plateau, vacated for the moment, no one really holding it per se. Keeping some strong advantage up here. And things are holding out for the moment. Yeah, looks like that fire base is being reduced slowly but surely. Reclaim that Monkey Lord's got some of that mass back. Yeah, token attack on this forward fire base of the humans over here. Not going to go very far. Doesn't seem too much experimental pushing from the AI. And a lot of that, again, he's on the back foot now, though, so he's going to be focusing on, reinforcing his own static defenses. The one place where he's finding he can make the little aggressive look in the north, but even that is even closed off to him. We're here at the 1 hour 13 mark, and I will take this moment, a little slower moment, to point out we have 5,000 units on the field, and we are actually running, I have it set at +3, but we're actually running at only about +1 sim speed still. That's with 5,000 units. You remember back to the original Supreme Commander, it would be one of those games where, you get a few thousand units, you're down at like -5 sim speed. You try and run with like max units, you'll be at -10. Trying to mine like a MAVE or something, it'll take like an hour to build, ends up taking like 5 hours of gameplay. It was awful. And that's just, again, one of the amazing things that allows you to get done is just the optimization of the gameplay, where you can have these full-scale battles on, max settings with thousands of units and no appreciable slowdown in the game speed. So yeah, taking between +1, +2. So love to see that. Credit to the Loud team. Shout out to Spato and his folks over there for this awesome work. Mayhems are still engaging down here in the south. Still slowly sieging down this base. It's slow going to be sure. Nothing serious happening in the center. Halcyon is a little squad there to some long range fire. Up here in the north, still a bit of a stalemate. Pushing units forward, destroy some units, get pushed back. Pushing units forward, destroy their units, make it push back. and then we get forward. Andromeda building up a large amount of mobile missile launchers there, which are trying to build long-range fire support, preventing the AI from trying to reclaim that central plateau. Excellent. Mayhems are pushing up just a little bit now that they've kind of whittled down that forward fire base. They're still taking something long range fire. Let's see what that was. Ah, there is a T3 barrage artillery. Yes. That's wild. Yeah, he has built a massive heavy defense right here. It's like maybe that experimental team might push out, see what they do. In the north, the fight is ongoing. Constant stalemate. But a little more manageable to defend now. Instead of trying to defend this entire line, defending this little choke point here, this little choke point here, and able to hold this up. Halcyon dropped this support command unit there, maybe get some static defenses up, and just further enhance what we got there. Mayhems have fallen back behind the shields again. There's just, yeah, there's just a lot of stuff up there. If they're going to assault through, they're going to take some casualties, so definitely going to build up probably a little bit more on the defense fronts. Much plateau being held, static defenses online. AI finally decided gunships weren't working for a little bit, but they make a reappearance here. I think finally humans got enough air in the air, anti-air, to stop that. Oh yeah, blood ass, I'm not trying to go. And fresh Monkey Lord coming up here to assault the hill. Some gunships of our own in support. And again, Monkey Lord, not a direct attacker, more of a raider, but used wisely. Yeah, you can get too aggressive here, otherwise you'll find yourself losing HP very rapidly. You can see that right there. It's just some T3.5 units, and they're definitely able to cause some damage to this Monkey Lord. So yeah, you want to keep your distance tight a little bit, stand right at max range of that laser if possible. And yeah, falling back as we fall into the other. Don't want to lose it. Token attack again coming, but Mayhems are not going to allow it. Central Plateau held just fine. Southern Hill held just fine. AI continues to invest in his defenses and put the stalemate there. Stand off, if you will. AI making an attempt here to push forward. We'll see what goes on. Loyalist rush coming up. Little missile launchers is actually exactly the exact kind of counter you want. Tactical missile deflection. Rush up. Didn't get far enough, but yeah, rush up, take out some of those missile launchers, and then be pretty protected against their fire. So good play by the AI right there. Halcyon's got another light assault tank up, so myself with the T3 platoon and Halcyon with the light assault tank and T3 platoon are going to make another sally up the hill of Doom here in the north. Halcyon's also got a little navy out here trying to push some stuff out of the water, prevent any of these assaults on Silverfox Island. A lot of scouts out here in this house, just humans trying to see what's going on in AI's base. Mayhems are pushing out to, now that this forward fire base is dealt with, to attempt to begin whittling down the defenses of that forward base. And this is actually isn't even the main base of this fungus. The fungus has spread and is actually built a whole secondary base right out here. Very well planned secondary base. The main base is actually back here. Not quite as defended as that forward one, so actually I almost wonder if they had swept the southern part right here, you actually might have been able to take that a little bit easier than backing towards this northern base, but you would have made yourself more exposed to a counterattack on that base. So you live and you learn. Assault is ongoing. Admittedly, Alpha's platoon has fallen, some offshore bombardment and support, and evenly matched AI rallying some quick response units to try and come up. See if we are able to retake the hill, or at a minimum, heavily damage the hill, or prevent anyone from truly holding it. Central Plateau becoming well held. Southern Hill still well held. And firing from a distance still. Bloodass charging out. Engage this artillery that is trying. Oh, and a storm shatter as well. Love it. Clearing out this artillery platoon, which is just wailing on those static defenses there. Mayhem's taking out the barrage artillery. That will be good for their continued assaults. And it looks like Halcyon may be successful right here on this hill. Monkey Lord topped up, coming back to support, preventing reinforcements from getting up there. So finally taking the Hill of Doom. So all three major central hill positions, well not central hill positions, but middle hill positions, for running north-south here, are now taken by the humans at the 1 hour and 20-minute mark. That was an extensive fight. This forward fire base has been dealt with. Skirmishing there. Mayhems, yeah, again, trying to just lure some of these units out. Yeah, you can see that right there, yeah. Galactic Colossi coming out, trying to engage as these Mayhems siege down this forward base. Northern Hill is held, taking some long-range fire though from inside the base of Deathload. Monkey Lord holding this northern passage. Now we are on defense on the hill. Good place to be. Don't want to miss this excitement down here. Mayhems, again, doing the right thing. Staying at standoff distance from these Galactic Colossi, especially as these little experimentals come up to support. Yeah, using range, using that kiting. That's the way to play it for sure. Colossi, yeah, going down. Be careful you don't drift too close, though. There's still a lot of people units, some heavy defenses over there. But they're doing exactly what they need to do. Colossus is mounting the main fire cannon from those Mayhems. He is not going to be close enough. And down he goes. Looking on north up here, Halcyon's offshore flotilla, fighting a bombardment showing the main base. Northern Hill is held. Middle plateau is held. Southern Hill is held. And counterattack of the experimentals has been defeated. Halcyon advancing his T3 platoon here now. 5 Mayhems running right there. And a little slow for the moment. Some AA defenses there. We've got coming up. So obviously, yeah, have these replays. Hopefully you guys are enjoying them. If you have, it doesn't have to be multiplayer. If you have a single player game that you think was just an epic fight that you want the world to see, definitely send it over to me. And drop it to me on Discord, shoot me a message in the game. Love to see what you guys are doing on single player. Multiplayer is fun, but sometimes some of the most intense matches count. It's you trying to 1v1 the AI with his insane nitro. Here it's nice when you saw those drops that were happening, and 6 different players to respond to every single one of those drops. Imagine trying to do it by yourself, right? It's definitely much more of a challenge, but the challenge is where the fun is. And this game itself is a challenge. I mean, we were there from that 30-minute to probably the 1 hour 15 mark, just constantly under assault. Now, game's definitely upper hand now. Oh, big assault coming down from the south. Don't want to miss that. Mothra, heavy defensive battery there. Mayhem's pushing up. Assault from Halcyon's T3 platoon. A lot of fire, some assault tanks coming out from the AI. Mothra. Ouch. It definitely does hurt. Galactic Colossi went down, but Genesis assault tanks, that one probably going down just pretty quick. It wasn't the shield, but the shield is going down, and booms that. Mothra still firing away there. But the assault is ongoing. Down here north, kind of stagnant for the moment. Just trying to whittle down the economy here. You can see that just in the offshore fire. Main assault is happening here in south. Oh, and there was a counter assault. I did hear from Shadow Storm. Bloodass taking a lot of fire, going back into half health. Stormstrider's in support. Yeah, Bloodass falling back. Mayhems working hard, that is for sure. Colossi attempting to counterattack. But it looks like, yeah, a lot of these static defenses have been reduced by this just non-stop fire from these mayhems. Yeah, I didn't have too much ability to counterattack. This push down here has failed. Let us fall all the way back, or do we? No, there it is. Oh, where'd he go? There it is. And in the north, Health Strong, platoon from Halcyon, pushing up. Forward fire base here for the AI, so we'll see how it does. Bunch of numbers. AI rallying his own units in support. Southern push continues. Colossi should be going down. It's taking 100 health. So should have one tac missile barrage should be enough. Right there, here. And no. Escapes for the moment. Mayhem's fading away, as they should. Little engagement going on up here. Halcyon fortifying this northern hill. Long range attack missile fire coming in from the base of Sprouto. 6th Mayhem in support now. Oh, there. Finally, the Galactic Colossi goes down. Lived far too long, but saved her health. This northern base of Fungus is being defungized. Is that a word? AI attempting to engage the platoon of Halcyon and definitely throwing a lot of fire. Neil with point defense. Drama pushing up to try to support. Monkey Lord coming down as well. It's kind of trading one for one for the moment, it appears. Colossi trying to get in range still. With Mayhem though, just firing a lot of Mayhems. Too much. Bases being reduced. They'll pen them back in here in their main bases, which is excellent. Shoes on the little foots. There's a sports tank out there. Dropping in from Halcyon, South Plateau, uncontested, held by humans. Monkey Lord pushing up to clear some of these long-range spearheads out. Exactly the kind of thing you want to use for that. Push up, goes out the laser. Don't take too much direct fire if you can help it, but as you can see here, it's full veterancy. Monkey Lord has been doing work. Getting fire from that Neo right down there. Yeah, just stay right on the edge if you can. Hard with the micro though, because you see right there, if you're turning too fast, the lasers can't quite keep up. And we got a push here of Marudas from Civport. Marched across the channel. Assist. Mayhem's 7th Mayhem joining the fray, and they're getting much more aggressive now here into this base. But understandably so, with that amount of firepower and the reduced firepowers, then we should actually clear that out and pen the AI back. Gunships trying to counterattack on the hill, but Marudas are anti-air and 2-3 anti-air put up by Halcyon, preventing that from doing anything. Monkey Lord staying in line, and we have a large walk of Blood Asps pushing forward from Andromeda. Space still a lot of HP to work through there, still being cleared out by those 7 Mayhems. Almost finished with their work. Where it is firing down from on high. Skeletal, I didn't see that. High-end UEF. Makes how much a chunky folder look like a lot. Oh, that's inherited as hell. Oh gosh, 7,000. That's a 5,000 hit. And push on going here from Andromeda, taking out this forward defense. Yeah, trying to take out that mirror, but that's really what's causing a lot of problems. Halcyon in support with his assault tank and 2-3 platoon. And then it seems to be able to deal with that. No problemo. And assault continues here in the south towards a much less defended base than the one previous, so they shouldn't have too much trouble clearing it out. I mean, it'll take some time to go through these shield generators and the static fences that are online. Not too many. Blast still didn't work. Andromeda doing a little flanking action around the base over here, not charging straight in. Wise course of action. A lot of Excalibur there, that's for sure. Excalibur does go down though to advancing Blood Asps. It's a lot of DPS and Blood Asps, and the big boom as the commander goes down right there. It's a good catch by Andromeda to see commander right there and focuses fire on it. A big nuclear explosion damaged a lot of these defenses that he had put up. Murdas had fallen back after Excalibur fire from there. Excalibur still pushing in. Blast. Despite that good push, they're taking a lot of fire, and many of them going down very quickly. So many defenses still here online in the AI base. Going down. He's got old blockhouses, Excalibur point defense. It is a lot going over here. Halcyon still on fire, so keep an eye down here on this firing line in the south. Pushed up some static defenses. The Storm Strider's hanging out in there. Up to 8 Mayhems now. Not much that will be able to handle attacking this barrage, even if we have all the stacking defenses from 8 Mayhems. And even some of their stuff is in range of the main cannons. What's going on here? Keeping him pinned in his base a little bit, at least. Also throwing up some static defenses up there, that's always fun. Storm Striders coming out of the shield. Nope, staying in the shield. Yeah, really just throwing on the shield going in the south. Halcyon making a push here with his light assault tanks. Going to capitalize on the hard work done by Andromeda. And a avalanche. Top tier Cyber Experimenter from the middle of Alpha. Halcyon also holding this northern passage just fine. And big boom down here. I believe that was the experimental resource generator of Toe Fungus. His commander was right by it, getting taken out immediately by it, but we get a second nuclear explosion that goes up right in the face as these mayhems are pushing in. Avalanche pushing in. Big thing right there. Supporting Halcyon push. And that looks like that was the commander right there. Taken out by those mayhems. Base is half dead and does not appear to be much that. There are still some defenses. Should be able to clean that up, no problem. Northern base is the one getting more problem, more blood apps from Andromeda to support these Yahuzus and the Avalanche. Depending on that, just something else. Like one-shot ones. Not like two-shot power generators. Pushing up with fellows. So a lot of defenses in this space around there. But it looks like this will be it for this base. Mood is also coming down here on the southern side, engaging this platoon. Blood Asp for a very aggressive gun plan. We put this in Apotheosis Experimental Research Generator right here at the back, so it's a fight to get to it, at least for the floor. Now that's one of the things Loud does differently, so one of those changes they've made is the Experimental Resource Generator that the AMM had before. All factions have access to it, but one of the things the Loud team figured out was that I didn't quite know what to do with the way it was structured before, where we just generate as much or as many resources as we needed at a given time. I couldn't quite understand how they do that. So now, what it does is it just generates a large amount of resources. But when it goes up in a very large explosion. So the avalanche is now directly targeting it because there's nuclear explosion there will help clear out this place. Still takes a minute though, that's for sure. I'll go through the shield. Rudas are down below. Yeah, who's Star Shadow push still is. Ooh, Avalanche got low health. I'll be careful about. When this thing blows, it goes similar to a Commander exploding. Very unstable. Gosh. Still a struggle to fully break through this base right there. And the southern base is completely cleared. Oh, we have 10 Mayhems. Yeah, we'll push through this base, no problem. Once that first base fell, all those defenses, everything else after that is secondary. Ruda's doing good against southern part right there. Team pushing up here, some 2-3. Apotheosis is still not down yet. Still taking fire. Slowly but surely. Shields keep popping online. And there it goes. A good boom. So, as the southern base falls, clearing that out there. And then in front taking a lot of fire, but that came to do. Large base assembled there by the AI. Checking in the north. North is stalled. Not a lot of forces there to really push on the north. South for now. Things are holding out for now. That one's taking a lot of fire though. A few of these are pretty damaged. Still hoping. Yeah, falling back to the. Oh yeah, I was keeping it right now. Ooh, he may not make it. Well, it's gonna be close. And that one goes down. This one's also keeping it up. So falling back just for the moment. And that's one of those crazy things, right? You know, you assemble 10 Mayhem, 2 Storm Striders to push in. You do some damage, but you still take a lot of fire in the process. So it's just credit for AI for being incredibly good on defense. And again, up here in north, another well-defended base. And just using the attack missiles from range. And right there, so pushing and deal with him could end things a little quicker. North up here, that's more blood asps assembled, murder platoon still alive. Avalanche is deep in the red, so a little unfortunate there. And the Mayhem's taking more circuitous routes. On the edge there. Whittle down some of these defenses. Getting some good micro and the targeting. Blood asps trying to push in there. Not going to go off of them now. Strong defense, but too much fire for a few blood asps. Basilisk on the ridge, Warren's on the long range fire support in siege mode. Some of this down here. And breaking through, it appears. Yep, done power generators now, and there's the experimental resource generator taking fire. from the cannons and big boom. Should help clear out the remainder of that base. In the north, assembling to launch Blood Asps and Yathus for the final assault. Where Avalanche is still hurt. Watching this final assault down here for the moment. Oof, him. I know there's enough fire to take him out, but still very low in health. And that's basically it for this base there. Northern assaults still marshalling for the final push. No, that mayhem did go down. It was really sad. Yeah, still, this one's still good too. So, even one thing seemed great is still difficult. And I believe that was the commander there. Scaring the glorious ball of fire. And Shadowstorm has been defeated in the south. So, south is completely won. And now it is just cleanup time in the north. Just gotta bring enough firepower to bear to be able to push through the space. Offshore bombardment and long-range bombardment on this basilisk. Definitely bringing the shields down, bringing the defenses down. Large platoon being built up here on Civ Corp. Yathus, Avalanche, still in the red, but they participate in the assaults. So why not? Basilisk is doing work with those long-range siege cannons and tactical missiles, softening up the defenses for the big push. Mayhems are pushing north. Another Mayhem coming online to replace the one that was lost. Another Basilisk. And this game will be brought to a close in the very near future. It looks like, looking at this, I got plenty of strap bombers here too. Seems like enough to push in there, or at the very least, significantly damage the base, but humans want to be sure. Second Basilisk now providing that long range fire. Taking out the defenses. And looks like, oh, some Genesis assault tanks as well. And it looks like here comes the big push. Oh, charging forward, and we will see how it goes. As you saw on the southern one, it can be, just because you've got a lot of units doesn't necessarily mean that this assault is going to go as intended. And the yellow, nope. Assault is called off, stymied. Now it's getting in the list. There we go. Four Avalanche is gonna go down. Yep. Big booming coming. There he goes. That's a small boom, yes. Not a full-size commander boom, but definitely a painful one. Our adders pushing in the Blood Asps, I should say. And again, coming in piecemeal though, which is not the ideal way you want to do that. Can all help it, but sometimes pathfinding is no bueno. But the assault is ongoing, Avalanche leading the way. Punching a large hole in those defenses. Big boom there as research center goes down. Monkey Lord on lane as well. And a Strat Bomber run, and there's another commander out with the Strat Bomber Strike from Halcyon. And Strat Bombers continue to clean up the remainder of what's there along with the experimentals. And that should very quickly bring us to the close. Again, can't recommend the Loud Mod enough. Highly recommend. Come join us. Join the team. We do these games, every Friday, Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern. And I appreciate you guys who stuck with it the whole time. Thank you for watching. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day.